Today, we're going to be taking a look at Google Flights. It's honestly one of the best websites to use when it comes to booking any of your flights or your trip when you're traveling. So, first things first is we're going to go to google.com and search for Google Flights. It will be the first one that pops up here, and we're going to click through and end up on this page. Now, if you know exactly where you're going, so for example, going from Toronto to London, England here, you want to pick your dates. It will give you some green highlights here that will showcase, some of the better days of flying. But let's give ourselves a little bit more time and assume that we're going to fly out in May. My suggestion is always to fly out on a Thursday or Friday. So that way you have the weekend to relax a little bit, get rid of that jet lag, especially if you work a 9 to 5. You can utilize the weekend time to kind of get used to the new time zone and then have the rest of your time to actually travel without being too tired, kind of thing. So we're going to go ahead and try to find a flight on a Thursday or Friday. I see that it's only $20 more to go on the Thursday. Let's say it's usually overnight flights from Toronto anyway. So we're going to go ahead and pick the 18th, and we're going to arrive back, let's say, on the 4th. So that's just a little bit over 2 weeks, which is great. And we're going to click done here. And so as you can see here, it offers you plenty of different options uh, from different websites as well. And if you also take a look at the drop down arrow here, it will tell you that the prices are currently high compared to what they were over the last 50 or so days. So it's gone up dramatically over the last few days here. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. You can always go back on a Tuesday, and Tuesdays tend to be one of the better days to book a flight. But for research and purposes, we're going to go ahead and try to pick something for today. So as you can see here, it gives you options as to nonstop or one stop and so on and such. We're going to go ahead and pick the 845. That's at the $895 price point. So we're going to go ahead and pick that. And as for the returning flights, gives you the same types of options here. Now, for me, I tend to like to stay a little longer. So I will go ahead and pick the let's pick the 3:55 flight back. We get back around 6:50 p.m. Say another hour to get home, get our luggage, and so on and such. So you're still home at a decent time, but you can go to bed early and be up bright and early for work the following day. So we're going to pick the 3:55 flight. So as you can see here, both flights are available or are prompted up and gives you the breakdown, where you're flying into, where you're flying from, and you go directly to both destinations. So if you scroll down a little bit, it will also give you options as to who you want to book with. Now, if you want to book directly with Lufthansa, great, but of course, Air Canada here is offering it at a much lower cost. If you want to pick last aboard and the basic options, by all means, go ahead. Even if you pick the standard price point still tends to be a more affordable choice compared to the other booking websites. So booking with Air Canada is probably your best options. For me, I'm going to go ahead and pick through the basic package. And it'll give you some more information as to, obviously, no flight changes, no refunds or credits in the future. You can't upgrade, but hey, it's all right. We're going anyway. So as you can see here, it gives you the breakdown as to the flight information. You can go ahead and fill in your information. So the next thing we're going to be taking a look at is the Explore page on Google Flights. And the great thing about this is that if you're feeling a little adventurous and you want to pick a destination that you might have never thought of going to, but see a good deal, this is great for it. Again, if you zoom in and out, it will constantly be looking at all the different cities, give you the best options here. As you can see, from Toronto to Vancouver is only $136. So first things first, as you can see here, it says leaving from Toronto, but to where, it could be anywhere. Doesn't matter. You can pick it on the map here. Let's assume again we want to go in May and we want to go for 2 weeks. It will give you the best options based on those two criteria. Now, let's assume that we want to go to Auckland, New Zealand, for example. We will then click on the actual city, scroll down, and we can put this arrow down to see what a low end cost of the flight would be, a typical flight, and the higher end. So as you can see here on the range that it shows, that the flights are aiming closer to the green, and we're in the yellow, which is a typical price point for a trip to New Zealand from Toronto. So we're going to go ahead and pick the first flight. And as we scroll down here, again, it gives you options as to where you want to, or how many other flights are going to be there. Now, if you want to pick other days that might be available, again, I always say pick a Thursday. If you work a 9 to 5, that way you're only taking one of the days off here, which is the Friday, and you're going to be taking these days off anyway. So you might as well take advantage of a later in the week flight. It's only an extra $75 or so. But I would go ahead and pick that. And depending on how long I would like to go for, I'm going to pick, let's say, the Saturday here. So almost a good almost 4 weeks, right? You can also pull up the date grid, and it'll show you one of the best times to go. So if you leave on the Thursday and arrive back on the 5th of June, you're saving a good almost $80 there. Or you can even leave the day earlier, which is the 10th, and come back on the 5th of June. So we're going to stick to the Thursday here and say we're going to come back on the 5th of June as well. Or even if we, you know what, let's stick back to here and go back to the 3rd. Take into consideration, if you're saving $50, $100 on a flight, you have to also remember that if you stay the extra night or two, again, that's accommodation, that's food. So take that to mind when finding a cheaper flight. So as you can see here, it gives you plenty of options for the flights. We're going to go ahead and pick the first one. That usually tends to be the better option. Again, it's a 22-hour flight. It's one layover versus multiple. It is the lower costing of all the other ones as well. And the layover isn't too bad to 3.5 hour to 3:40 minutes, 3 hours 40-minute layover. I mean, by all means, spend $40, go to a lounge, relax, chill, have some alcohol, and enjoy the flight, because it's going to be a long 13 hours from LA airport to Auckland. Good thing it's a red eye, so you get to have plenty of sleep, unless you're watching movies the whole time. So we're going to go ahead and pick the flight. And of course, we're going to pick our returning flight. As you can see, every other flight is significantly higher. This one being over $1,000 more, which is ridiculous. So we're going to go ahead and pick the first one here. And we see it at $1,800. And the booking options are below. So we see here that Trip.com offers the best rate. And so we're going to go ahead and click through, and it will take you to the Trip.com page itself. And again, you're prompted to fill in your information accordingly. And I hope this helped.